Welcome to this week's episode of Insights, where we're going to look at seasonality and its possibility that we could call a bottom in this market for at least the short term. So, what this trend is looking at seasonality when it comes to a midterm year. I got the idea from watching Joe Terranova on The Compound, and he was talking about the bullishness that he sees going into year end because of the midterm year. Now, a lot of emotion and sentiment gets baked into the markets before that period. So we're going to be looking at the period from October to year end. And this is going to capture all of the midterm election cycles going back from 1994 to 2018, so we can get a gist of what's going on and see if we can make some bullish bets on the market coming up. So I obtained the data through Yahoo Finance, and I just typed in SPY into the historical data, and I did it since the inception going back to 1993. So what this did was we looked at all the midterm election years, which includes 7 in total that we're going to observe. The first year that we're going to look at is 1994, and this year was pretty much a relatively easy year when it comes to volatility. As you could see, it topped out really at about 4.5% on the upside and about 4.5% on the downside. So not much volatility at all in this year. In October, there was a short-term bottom. And that is what we're going to be looking for in the subsequent charts that we are going to see. The next year, in 1998, was a way more volatile year. As we can see, the market actually finished up around 27% for that year, which is a jaw-dropping amount for the S&P 500. And we could see that there was a double bottom actually in the months of September and October, which ended up sparking a end of year rally, which was a crazy rally of 27% going into the year end. Then in 2002, we're starting to see something that looks a lot more familiar to what we're seeing in 2022. Now, there's been a sharp decline ever since August in this chart. And it's kind of been that bear market that we see where we get a fire, rip up, and then we come right back down. And we do actually see a short-term bottom in October, which is something that we could look forward to possibly this year. And it may just be short-lived, but at least it's something that we could put our hats on and say we might have a end-of-year rally. Another note about 2002 was the S&P actually bottomed out around 30%. And right now we're approaching that 20% down in the S&P 500 for 2022. So another 10% might bring us to that trough level that we're approaching. The next chart would be 2006, which really bucks the trend. And we don't see any bottoms at all in October. The rally actually began in August, which was about 16% rally going into year end. Then in 2010, it kind of reverts back to the mean a little, but we actually see in September the big low hits, and we see the rally going into year end from there. So there is some variance in when the actual bottom will occur. Then in 2014, we do see a similar pattern where middle October, we see that bottom going up into year end. And then in 2018, we have that infamous Jerome Powell, where he just hikes the interest rates into no matter what. I remember sitting at Christmas and just going crazy because the market was just down so much. But in relative terms, it really was only down about 10% for the year, which was really nothing compared to where we're at right now. And we do actually see a November bottom there and an October bottom, but it was very much short-lived, and that's something that we're going to see common trends in these bear market rallies. Then finally, what I did was I combined all of these charts. I took all the percentage change and I made an average chart comparing the 7 years of data that we collected. And as no shock, as we've witnessed through all the charts, that there would probably be a bottom in October. Now, it depends when it's going to actually occur. It may actually occur end of October or early November, but we won't know until we actually see what happens. But like I said, this is only looking at midterm election years. There's a lot of variance that we're not looking at. It is just something that we could observe and say seasonality is on our side going into year end. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be producing more videos that actually look at the opportunities in the market, and leave a comment below if you have one that you want me to research, and I'll be happy to put it through my algorithm and find a price target for you. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.